Okay, so hello and welcome to today's stream. Right, okay, well, we've had some fun, and by fun I mean a disaster. Now, over the past few days I've been working with the mod Thorncraft, and if you've been watching you might have heard me mention that, as well as using magic and being very interesting mod, which I kind of wasn't expecting. It does have a downside. When you're using magic, essentially what will happen is the more magic stuff you do, you build up what's called flux. Now I'll show you that by looking through this thing. Now you see that pink bar up in the top left hand corner. You will see also it has a tiny bit of purple. Now that purple is what we call flux, and essentially what happens is the more magic stuff you do, that purple gradually, for example, if you're using something like the crucible, which is very like this thing, it's very wasteful. As well as producing what you need to produce, it also creates a lot of flux, which is that purple effect you see going up into the atmosphere. Now if that flux builds up past a certain point, bad things start to happen. Now first of all, what will happen is that you will get what's called a flux rift. Now this is a tear in the fabric of the universe, and it doesn't go away. There are things you can do to stabilize it, there are things you can do to minimize the risk of what's going on, but you can't actually get rid of them. You have to wait for them to do what it is they're going to do. And what they do, they spit out chaos energy, which is very, very, very bad. Now yesterday I was doing some magic and I noticed that there was a rift forming just here. Now obviously it's gone now, but the problem is I'm playing on a multiplayer server, so of course what tends to happen, because I've got this area of my base chunk loaded, that essentially means that when I'm not online, my base is still loaded, which is kind of useful for things like down here, like for example processing the ores. If I've got a lot of ore to process, I can just log off and leave it going, and it will carry on processing as long as the server remains online. And that's all good. However, these flux rifts, what happens is once they've finished growing, they will spit out something called a taint seed. Now it's kind of like a big seed pod, and what it basically does, it will stay there for a while spouting out all kinds of weird chaos stuff. Eventually it will explode and it will taint all the ground around it, and there is very little you can do about that. There are some methods for containing it, but cleaning it up is an absolute nightmare because the blocks themselves are very hard to break and they continue to spread. So anyway, I logged in this morning probably around 6 a.m. About 6-7 hours ago, to discover that this flux rift overnight had spat out one of these taint seeds, and I had to do some damage control. And I'm about to show you. I put myself in creative mode because I'm going to need to fix what it did. I have destroyed all the taint blocks, which I had to do in creative mode because it was an absolute disaster. And I'm going to show you now exactly what it did. And so my Thorncraft area is here behind me, and this is what it did. An absolute mess. It doesn't affect a lot of the blocks added by mods, but what it does do is it spreads rapidly. It spawns all kinds of interesting monsters, mainly slimes, and they spread it as well. Every time you kill one, they continue to spread more and more of it. And I just had to go through my base and completely destroy all of this down here. So as you can see, it is a complete and utter mess. I managed to contain it, and I thought I'd leave the damage just to show you the kind of negative effects from using magic. Now, a lot of the negative effects can be alleviated by improving the setup of these things. For example, this is the basic smeltery. There is a more advanced one which produces less waste, and so on and so forth. But yeah, bit of a mess. So what I'm quickly going to do is, because I'm doing this in creative mode, hopefully I can repair this relatively quickly. I wanted to just wait and show you the extent of the damage as a warning, because this mod is really fun, but it does have a downside, and I'm kind of hoping that over the next few days I will be doing enough research to allow me to build all the things that are required to get rid of this taint stuff. That's going to take me a while. So I am just going to do this as quickly as I possibly can. As you can see, in creative mode, it's not using the blocks up. I can just keep placing blocks by just having one of them in my inventory. So yeah, that was a bit of a shock to the system when I woke up this morning, logged in, and found that half my base had been chewed up by this stuff, and then realizing that there wasn't much I could do about it, because I tried to start breaking the blocks, and essentially it damages you. The taint stuff damages you as you move over it, so I couldn't even get close to the seed pod to destroy it, which I had to try and do quickly, because if I'd left it there it would have exploded and done even more damage. So I decided to switch over into creative mode and just go crazy. Which is lucky that I could do that, because if I hadn't been able to do that, I probably would be in a real state now, because I wouldn't have been able to fix it, and it would have meant that I would have probably spent most of today trying to patch the holes in my system, in my base. However, I managed to fix it, and now I've just got to repair the damage and make my base look pretty again. Apart from that, I had planned to do some astral sorcery today, which I might get to if I have time. I also have a couple of bits of Thorncraft stuff to do, so I'm just going to attempt to fix things as quickly as I possibly can, and get to the stage where I can get on and do some other stuff rather than just repair the damage. The reason I'm filling in the whole thing underneath here is because I don't want any void spaces left under my base, just in case bad things spawn down there, because Minecraft is all about light levels, so I don't want there to be any spaces or gaps underneath what I've been doing. Yeah, so that was fun. Learnt the hard way that I need to be a bit more careful with what I'm doing, and doing some research before I power through these mods, because without the proper research you can quickly fall foul of the negative effects. I'm kind of hoping that's not the case with astral sorcery. I don't think it is, but Filmcraft definitely does have this dark side to it, which is kind of fun, although not quite so much fun when it happens in the middle of your base. And yes, for those of you who have played modded Minecraft before, there is probably quicker ways to do this, like using the builders ones, but I thought, well, seeing as I'm in creative, I just as well do it this way. It won't take me too long, hopefully, to fix the damage. All good fun, all good fun. Live and learn. That's the thing with using mods you haven't done before. You don't realise exactly what's involved, and you know, I watched a couple of tutorials, but didn't get to the bit where it said about what's going to happen if things go bad, things go wrong. Lesson learned. May have left the odd gap or two, but yeah. As long as monsters don't have the space to spawn, then we should be alright. I did manage to figure out a couple of other things though, which was kind of nice. Yesterday I was trying to get the this thing, the infusion altar thing to work. Lovely, I managed to figure out what it was. I was trying to build it by putting one of the blocks in the wrong place. So I went back and read up on it and realised that I've been doing it wrong. Which, you know, all part of the learning process. Sometimes you've got to do it wrong just to, you know, figure out why. Okay, that's all the dirt. So now let's do my fixing all the things. Now I imagine something like this is probably going to happen again because I haven't yet completed the research on how to deal with these things. I've done the research on the actual phenomenon itself, but I imagine what I might have to do is set up a test site somewhere far, far away from my base, just so that I can actually experiment with this particular phenomenon and see what I can do in the future to alleviate it and get the research so that I can invest in the cleanup technology. Because I was watching a video and there is a particular cleanup technology that you can use, which is very handy, and also some other preventative measures, like I was saying, building better equipment that produces less waste. That's one of the things you can do. And then also there is the whole cleanup technology where once things do go bad, you can at least fix the problem. So I'll leave that for now because I need to do something over there. Okay, so getting back to a semblance of normality. Okay, that bit done. And then finally the wall. fix the other side later, that doesn't really matter too much for now. Okay, almost done. Yeah, that bit. This, by the way, is my water provider, so I don't really need it at the moment, so I'm just going to box it in. It's there if I need it for later. Right. Okay, so I think that pretty much fixes the damage. Yep, looking pretty good, looking pretty good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop cheating, put myself back into survival mode, where I should be. Then I'm going to get rid of all this wood that I don't need right now. Like so. Put my stuff back in my hotbar, like so. Okay. Right, so almost ready to get started for the day. After that lovely little interlude, sleep through the night again. So I was actually making some nice progress yesterday before that little disaster happened. Just put that away. Okay, so right, there we go. So this, I was talking about this crucible here, which is used in the beginning of the game to transmute items from one thing to another. That is very crude and basic form, and that was partly the cause of the problem, because this thing produces a lot of waste. However, what I have made now is this thing, the Thaumatorium. Now this is an automated device. It needs fire underneath it, so let me get that sorted quickly. I need a piece of netherrack, like so. Got them. I'm going to need my flint and steel, which is somewhere in this messy bag. Could do with a bit of a tidy up. There we go. Right, so flint and steel, netherrack, and I'm going to need some wood planks. A few of them. Okay, right, so what we're going to do, we're going to bring our netherrack right here, and put him in there, and we use our flint and steel to light him. There we go. Now he's sorted. Now I can fix up the hole in my floor, like so. There we go. Now this little device, he is really cool. Essentially what it allows you to do is to craft the things that you would have been doing in the crucible. So what I'm going to do is I am going to get what do I need? Let's get maybe a couple of iron. Now all I would do is put the iron up in the top there, and it shows me what I can turn the iron into. So I'm going to just go for some, yeah, let's go for some alchemical brass. It shows me I need 5 of this instrumentium, which I do have. There you go, see, drawing it in. Nice. And there you go, 2 brass ingots, alchemical brass. So yeah, this is a way of producing far less waste, because this thing, hopefully, yeah, produces almost no waste at all, which is kind of cool. I was reading up, and this thing, however, does produce waste, so I might hold off until I actually need to use this. There are again ways of doing it, like for example when you place ingredients on the pedestals for the various recipes, you need to be doing it in a symmetrical way. For example, if this requires 2 ingredients to be added, you would place one here and one in the opposite corner to try and reduce the amount of flux that this will create. There are also, later on, there are special devices that you can point at this to actually switch on while you're crafting to reduce the amount of flux it creates. Very handy, very, very handy. Right, so I have also, see these tables, when you're crafting with them, they only give you the power that's available within this chunk, which can be a bit limiting, because I need, for example, to make the next one of these, which is what I'm going to be doing first today. Now that's an Essentia smeltery, so if we look up Essentia smeltery, and see, that's the basic one. This is the one that I'm going to be building. This is the next version. Now you see it requires 250 bits to actually complete the crafting process. Now available to me here, I have only 119, which means I can't craft it in this thing. The one I had, the table I had over in my original place, had about 213 available to it, which still wasn't enough. So I'm thinking, right, okay, there is this little construct here, this workbench charger. Now what this does, from your basic crafting bench only being able to draw power from within the surrounding chunk, what this does is it allows you to draw power from the 3x3 chunk all the way around. So if I now right click on this table, it will show you, look, 1929 available. That's a bit different from 117. So this means I can do far more complex crafting procedures over here, which is what I'm going to need, because that Thormium Essentia smeltery requires 250, so I'm going to need 2 brass plates, 5 Thormium plates, an alchemical structure, and my original smeltery. So first things first, we will go and break our smeltery. Yeah. Then we can break this boy like that. Okay, take in this fuel, and then we need 2 brass plates, 5 Thormium plates, and an alchemic construct. You go to our table, Thormium, move items, and there we go. See, 237 with a discount, 1929 available. There we go. Now, whereas the original smeltery was only 80% efficient, in other words, it produced 20% waste into the atmosphere, this one is 90% efficient, so it only produces 10% waste, which, you know, still a bit of a pain in the bum, but we can further reduce that. Now, what I need to make next is called a slurry pump. Now, I have done the research for this. So, slurry, there we go. So what do I need for this? Chemical construct, arcane barrows. Okay, filter the center. Filter. So that's silver wood planks and 2 gold. Okay, let's start with that. So I have some silver wood. Need some gold. Let's just turn that silver wood into planks. Stick my fuel back in there for a minute. Okay, so I need some gold. Luckily, I have been out mining and processing all my ores, and check that out. Lots and lots of stuff. Specifically gold. Right, so okay, so silverwood bank in the middle, gold either side. There we go. That. Right, what do I need next? So I need to turn that. So I need to add it to a tube. Okay. tube. I think I have some here. Yes, I have lots. While I'm making them, just about making a couple, just in case I need some more. Do those and do those. Go to the Sensia tube. Okay, so I've got that. Great with planks. Yeah, got all that. Got that. So this is what I need to make arcane bellows. So I need iron, 4 planks, and 2 leather. 4 planks. 2 leather. Here. One of the things I'm going to be working on soon is applied energistics, because I need to start organizing things a little bit better. All these chests lying around all over the place. You know, I could have made a smaller base and you know, done things that way, but where's the fun in that? Iron. Do I have any iron? Do I have any iron on me? No, I do not. Silly man, I should have had iron on me. Where's the iron? There you go. And some great wood planks. And then I need 2 iron plates and 2 brass plates. Let's just make some brass plates. The engineer's hammer and brass plates. There we go. Put you back in there, sir. Okay. Have some food, because apparently I'm hungry. Okay, so I need to make arcane bellows. Okay, one. That should give me enough. Oh, duh, didn't pick up the chemical construct. Always something. I did make some extra. Yep, there we go. Oh. There we go, auxiliary slurry pump. Jolly good. Right. Now what this does, that 10% waste, it takes some of that. There we go. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that'll work. Right, so I need some more of these arcane alembics. So let's see, alembic. Arcane alembic. Okay, so I need, oh bugger, I need to make some more of those filters. Damn it, what was that? Silver wood and 2 gold. Okay, not a problem, I got that. Silver wood and 2 gold. Silver wood and 2 gold. Those. Then I need 2 brass plates, 4 great wood planks, and a bucket. 2 more brass plates. Do those. Bucket I can make with 3 iron and 4 planks. And Miyama. Gotta get Miyama. And do that with brass. Hit a bum. Okay, right. We'll have to make a transfer node for this, so I can do that later. Don't need to do that right now. So bucket. Alright, okay, so let's just do this manually. Craft me a bucket, like so. And then there we go. Right, cool. So what we do is we'll stick that on top. Now what should happen when I process stuff, there we go, we'll get to do the transfer thing in a bit. So now if I get something, okay, gold's quite interesting. Let's put some gold through there. What we do now, we take a couple of gold, pop it in there. Now the normal process should happen where it transfers out the stuff. And waste, hopefully, if it does produce any waste, it should be caught by this thing. Okay, cool. That was one we didn't have before, so that's... Do I have any more blank labels? I have only one. Okay. We'll pop you on there. Okay. What are they doing now? Maybe because they're not facing the right way or something, I don't know. Okay, well, fair enough. We won't label them then for a while. That's fine. Not a problem. Okay, so that's demonstrated that. And my little auto crafting thing, which is really cool. I don't think I'm going to play around with this until I've done a bit more research, because I'm not sure about that. However, what I did want to make, got this little thing here, which is a focal manipulator. Now earlier on in Thorncraft I made, where is it, a caster's gauntlet. Now with this is actually quite a cool thing. So what I'm going to try and do is make a focus for it. Now let's just check. Have I done the research? No, I haven't done the research for the advanced. What do I need? I need blank advanced focus. Okay. Well, let's just do a basic focus for now then. So, how do I make a basic focus? Let's have a look. Basic focus. Focus. Blank. Oh, not basic. Blank. Blank lesser focus. So what I need to do is put an auto crystal into my crafting thing. So get an auto crystal. Auto. Somewhere around. There we go. Auto crystal. So we get one of those. And we pop him in my crafting thing, take it off of that, put him in there, and tell him I want to make a blank lesser focus. Now it's just hoping that he's got all the stuff that he needs. Don't have enough of that, which is that really hard one to get, so I think I can do that with a couple of these dust. A few of those, pop those in there, and that should... This is quite interesting because if it needs it for crafting, what will happen is it will go over to the jar and then straight out of the jar back into there. Okay, so he's getting all the stuff he needs. There we go. Blank lesser focus. That's what we need. Right, now this interesting thing, we come over and put it into this table. Like so. Now, this gives us the option to turn it into something. So we're going to add projectile. We're going to add fire. Then we're going to turn up the power. Oh yeah. And we are going to turn up the burn duration. Like so. So I need to make this, I need a notice and an ignis crystal. So I'm going to go over here, get myself an ignis, and hopefully notice that, or Motus or whatever. Notice, same thing. Notice. Yeah. Right, so that means I should have... Oh, it's too complex. Okay. Oh, I see, right, yeah, too complex for a... Right, but power is still 5. Okay, well that's cool. Start crafting. There we go. Cool. Right, so we take that, put that in our inventory. So then what we do is we get our caster's gauntlet. And I think I set it to Alt. No? What did I set it to? No, not that. Oh. Okay, well that's interesting. Huh. Right. That's the Astral Sorcery Advances. Was that Shift L? Huh, how about that? Right, okay. There's something interesting I found out randomly. Okay, so I need to remember where's Thorncraft. Thorncraft Alt L. Yeah, okay. Back to game. Alt. Oh, yeah, with the glove in the hand. Duh. So now I change it to that one. Okay, let's give this a try. Let's see if we've got any bad people around, or you know, cows or something. Anyone really? Ooh, Skelly Bum. Hello. Check it out. Okay, that's kind of funky. Not particularly quick. Let's see if it works better on, you know, I don't know, burning cows or something. Let's go and have a little look. But yeah, you can make all these different... Oh, I'm sorry, sheep. Okay, that is kind of cool. I'm sorry, but you know, I'm gonna have to, yeah. Yeah, I'm going straight to hell for this. Oh, I missed him. Not that time. Hey dude, he's still alive. Yeah. Pork chops for dinner. Tasty. Okay. Need to work on my aim a little bit. Yeah, okay, that fire could easily spread. No. The interesting thing to do, okay, yeah, let's try something even more fun. Let's find a forest that doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, that's quite enough of that. That is kind of entertaining. So, let's try... Yeah, now you see that in a forest could very quickly get out of hand, which is the general idea. In a small forest, iron will spread, and yeah, things will rapidly get out of hand. And one could quite easily become trapped in this situation. Hey, Chicky. Bye, Chicky. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Now, luckily, the interesting thing is if I move away from this chunk so that it's not in that tree seed. Yeah, that's getting out of hand very quickly. Yeah, the interesting thing is once I move away from this area and it starts unloading, I think the fire will go out. Or at least, you know. Otherwise, I'm going to end up with a very bare landscape. Yeah, very twisted fire starter. Okay, so yeah, and setting creatures on fire as well. I didn't do that. That wasn't me, honest. I didn't do that, dude. Okay, I did it that time. That was me. Yay, pork for dinner. Right. Mmm. So yeah, gives a whole new meaning to sausage rolls, doesn't it? Okay, yeah. So here we go. Shouldn't really be doing this, especially even in Minecraft in the summertime, because you know forest fires are a potential problem. Ooh, hello zombie. Hey dude, come and talk to me about the fire. Ow. Yeah, it's karma for you. Okay, yeah, this is... It could end up being hours and hours of harmless entertainment. Yeah. Messy very quickly. Wasn't me, Governor. I didn't do it. It was that other guy. Hey, Jiggy. Okay, yeah, sometimes it's a bit sad that you find this quite so entertaining. Now I notice this is using up power, so at some point I'm going to have to figure out in Thorncraft there are rings and stuff and charging pedestals and things that you can make to there are charging things that you can make to wear and to recharge your power up. Hey dude. Okay then. Not particularly accurate, but there we go. All good fun. Yeah, I am not going to... Ow, hey, burn the doggy. Ow. Okay, some fire damage, so, that was kind of... Ooh, zombie brains. Nice. Brains. Right, so yeah, that's what you can do with that. Mainly for killing monsters, but also, potentially starting major forest fires and creating a bit of an incident. Yeah. What are these? Plums. Yeah, okay, so take that out of your hand before trying to pick the plums. Oh, they're not ready, that's why. Okay, yeah, get the hell out of here. Let's go back home. Don't use that glove at home because your home is made of wood. That could potentially be disastrous. Yes. So remember not to do that. Right. Okay. Don't do that. Okay. Let's just put some of this stuff away before I embark upon the next thing in today's list. We've got lots of things. Oh, well, that's interesting. When I burnt the sheep, they actually dropped cooked mutton. It's actually pre-cooked. You don't have to go through the process of cooking it because you, you cooked them. Yeah, well, sorry. It was just, it was just there, and so, had to, just, things. Let's not talk about that. Probably best not to, really. Okay, so we don't need that stuff. We don't need you. Okay. Now, what I did, I went round yesterday and started gathering up some of the things I was going to need. Put you back in there, building stuff. Okay, so astral sorcery, yeah, back on track. So I need the astral tome. I need a resonating wand. Let's put my Thorncraft stuff in my bag for the moment because I don't really need that. Okay, so let's have a look at the astral tome. Where have we got to? Discovery. Okay, so I'd made that. Luminous crafting table. Okay, we know about the ores. Luminous crafting table. Yeah, I need a crafting table. I need marble pillars. And I need sooty marble, that's right, which I seem to remember is just marble surrounded by coal. So I need just marble, 8 of them, and I need a piece of coal. Coal. One piece of coal, like so, one of those, like that. Like that. Sooty marble. Okay, then I need a crafting table, so I need some wood, and I need some marble pillars. Marble pillars, 6 of those. 6 of those? I think it was. 6 of those. Sooty marble and a crafting table, so 4 wood planks. 2, 3, 4 of them. Make a crafting table. Bit about a bum. Let's see. Let's just check the book. Where's the marble pillar? Maybe not. Okay. Well, that's fine. Let's just get some chiseled marble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of those. So it's 3 of those. 3 of those. Crafting table. Sooty marble. Oh, come on, what else was it? They're really not paying attention. Oh, do I have to make this? Do I have to go back to the temple and make it there? Okay. Let's do that. Let's take these things. Now I think list. I think I said yes, I did. Okay, let's go for daytime. I have to remember to stop doing this because this astral sorcery, a lot of the stuff is done at night. So I must remember to stop doing it. Right, so let's go to astral. There we go. Did I leave? I did leave the crafting table. Let's see if this works. Marble, sooty marble, crafting table. Yeah, it has to be done here. Right, luminous crafting table. There we go. You learned more about exploration. That's right. Yeah, because what happens now, you get like this kind of weird stellar map. And each of these little galaxy clusters is like this one I've just been doing. This is the initial like constellation papers, shrines, the resonating wand. Done all of these now. So come back out. Okay, scroll all the way out. Yeah. So now exploration. So now we have a whole new look things here to make And I don't know if you can see this, but the lines are all, like for example here you have to do the light well, and then that leads off to the other researchers. So light well is what I need to be making first. Structure, rock crystal. Oh, I need to go and find rock crystals. Yeah, okay. Now, apparently, these rock crystal things are very, very rare, which probably means I'm going to have to go and do lots and lots of mining to find them. Yeah. Well, plenty of this stuff, this aquamarine shell. This is relatively easy to find. These rock crystal ores, rare and precious because they each have their own unique properties. Finishing taking starlight without need to leave. Okay, right. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go and find these rock crystals. So that's gonna be fun, which I shall do in between today and tomorrow. I shall go and hunt down some of these rock crystals. I think they appear right down near bedrock. I've done quite a bit of mining down there, and I haven't yet seen any, which doesn't particularly bode well, because it means I'm going to have to go and look at these nice trees. Nice trees around here. Let's see. Use my vein miner on these. Oh yeah. Okay, that's kind of nice. Lots of wood from that. Yeah, the only sad thing about these trees is that they don't break all the way up. The vein miner doesn't seem to work past a certain point, which kind of leaves all these half trees lying around. I didn't really want to do, but you know, lots of free wood. So who's complaining? Who's complaining? Right, back home. Let's dump off that wood. Don't need that. I'm wondering if there's an easy way to find rock crystals, but I'll have to do some research on that, see if it's relatively easy to find. However, I do have my luminous crafting tables, so what I need to decide is whereabouts I'm going to be doing my astral sorcery. Now, I did have a look at a mod spotlight, and in this exploration chapter, let me go back from here. Oh, right, yeah, like that. Using the back arrow, strangely enough. We need looking glass. Looking glass. Okay, no, it wasn't that. There is a way of telling. Like for example, when you like here, especially in daytime, you can't really see the amount of starlight. For example, if I place my luminous crafting table here and right click it, you'll see it's filling up with starlight to a certain level, not anywhere near, like for example, the more complex crafting procedures in this, you would need a lot of starlight. You get more at night, but there are particular places in the world created by the astral sorcery mod where starlight is a lot better, a lot more concentrated. Why are my crops dying? Okay, never mind. So yeah, what you need is there is a tool which allows you to at night to go around and find the places where starlight is better concentrated. Now I'm hoping to find one of those areas somewhere in this base, and kind of hoping to be, you know, over in that corner somewhere, which is where I was planning to start. However, if not, I might have to think about looking for a nice high place, because the way the astral sorcery mechanic works is that if you are higher, it is better for crafting. So what I might need to do is find myself a nice little mountaintop location. Actually, I think I kind of did that earlier. Let's have a look. home hills. Yeah. This might work. Well, actually, that might work over there. What's my Y level? 89. It's quite high. Go and check out and see what it is up there. Because what I might need to do is set up like a little temporary base up here just to do my astral crafting. If they've got a reasonable amount of starlight up here, I might well be able to set up a little temporary base up here to do all my astral crafting. Just check out how high up this actually is at the top. Well, 107, that's not bad. I think the maximum in the world is 255, so... And this is quite a nice little spot. Yeah, this might work. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do a new set home. Astral 1. Yeah, Astral 1. So, what I can do... Ooh, a temple down there. What I can do is I can return to this place and do my crafting up here. Yeah, don't want to go down that side, it's too steep. I see an astral temple out there. I'm going to have a look, see if there's anything useful. Gotta have the useful things. So just repair my tool. Yeah, one of those. Put that. There's my hammer. There we go. Hammer repair. Because like I was saying yesterday, these temples are a good source of marble, and that actually looks like a big temple, which is useful. Quite a pretty place. That might be interesting to get into because it's all buried under the God, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I know. I can have a quick look. You never know. The key thing here would be not to drown. Yeah. Okay, so no drowning. Now I wonder if there is there air down here? Oh, there is. Haha, look at that. Not really much of use. A little bit of a gap there. Another chest. Yeah. Oh, really? Absolutely pointless exercise coming down here. Jolly good, that's what we like. Yeah, come on, get out of the water. I want to die down here. Yeah, so I think I might set up a little base up the top there. That would be kind of fun. Yeah, nice place to for me. I didn't do it. Definitely wasn't me. It was that other guy. Really? Okay, my aim is rather poor with this. Where'd the other pig go? Dude! Don't run away! Oh, not even cooked. Really? That's just awful. That's just awful. So right, bit of progress made today, and and you know, burning pigs and stuff, because you know, it just ain't right without burning pigs. I'm sorry, it just isn't. And it's getting dark again, so I think I shall head home for today and not cook any more pigs. Really? You just had to. Why are you cooking? Yeah, okay. You got to. There's no rhyme. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just have to. Plus, it brightens up the night sky, doesn't it? Makes it look nice. It's pretty. Look, pretty fire. Look at all the pretty fire. Very pretty. Look. Look at the pretty fire. Look. Yeah, it's all pretty. Oh yeah. Staying out camping tonight. Right, so yeah, anyway, that's me done for today. Back to all serious stuff now and things. So, if you enjoyed the stream, please follow my channel. And yeah, there will be more burning, I promise. You can come back and get more burning every day, you see. It's important. You need to come back with a burning. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you again same time tomorrow. Thanks, and goodbye.